we just did, so we're a little bit confused. Okay, so if we're going to look for something similar between these covers, what does that mean we're doing? Are we comparing or are we contrasting, David? Comparing, okay. Let's put this one up. This is a reminder. Okay, so if we're looking at the two covers, and we're looking for something different, then what are we doing?
Contrasting.
We're contrasting, okay. Okay, so compare is when you look for things that are the same, and contrasting is when you look for things that are different. Okay, this is called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So he's already started his morning off bad, right? He's got gum in his hair, he's tripped, and dropped his sweater in the sink. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his cereal box. But in my cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. Did you look upset in this picture? A little upset, doesn't he? In the carpool, Miss Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even listened. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Miss Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sing too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So what's happening so far? Who can raise their hand and kind of tell me what's happening so far? Ernesto?
He's having a bad day.
He's having a bad day. Where did it start at? Where did his bad day start? Alexis?
In the
When
morning.
he first woke up. And now it's continuing throughout the day, now throughout school. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream falls off and the cone part lands all the way in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put dessert in? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. So all his friends got dessert in their lunchbox, and what happened? He didn't, right? His mom forgot his. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. So why do you think he keeps saying he's going to move to Australia? George?
For the dream good.
For them, maybe so he thinks he'll have a better day in Australia than what he's having here? Maybe so. On the way downstairs, the elevator